The song Burning in the Embers. 7 minutes. Ooh, it's going to be a long video.
You were born into this world.
So right away, dum yadum dum, with that bright instrumentation, super light, super bright, super welcoming, super inviting, super feeling like there's a hominess there. And obviously it's reflecting about like a child's life and birth and what it means to be a child. There's a childlike innocence there that we have to have.
All alone. But here in the house of the hearth, you will grow up to be strong. Your goal is to learn, to compete, to defeat all.
Yeah, in the House of the Hearth, the strings moving there. There is a warmth in the House of the Hearth. The House of the Hearth is a place of safety, a place of being looked after, of being supported, of being loved, of being cared for, of being treated with respect, with learning how to be a person in the world, especially as an orphan and as a person that, as a child who doesn't have a family. The House of the Hearth is your family. And so that sound quality has to be warm and inviting and playful because of those specific reasons.
Your brothers and sisters in battle and become king.
Wow, that's pretty.
Where's Pear Ware? Didn't she want to hear the story?
Perry Ware,
Excuse me, Mother. She's doing a funeral for her spider.
That child. Maybe her curse is flaring up again. Clarvey, see to.
She talks about the curse, and you hear how now we get that lower piano, boom, and we still get the upper chords, priyong, boom, priyong. But it's fun because we immediately get the sense that there's something not quite right with Arlecchino because, or well, per Perrier, because of the way that we get that boom, 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 boom. Again, it's the little details here that are going to make or break this and make it more interesting for you. You have to listen as well as you can, three-dimensionally, to what's going on, or just come to this channel and have me do it for you. But the point is that like this music is guiding and driving the drama forward and assisting in telling that story. And it's really important to hear these little details, which is why I stop and start so much.
To her.
Oh, okay. I want cake.
Playful, friendly, outgoing. She's in the darkness, she's in the light.
You want some?
They're gonna be best friends. She's not judging her, she's inviting her.
You must know spiders don't eat cake. Oh, yeah, I know.
Oh.
From their cage, sunbeams filter through the foliage.
Yeah, they're best friends now. What I really like about this vocal quality is there's a nakedness to it. I talk about this quite a bit. When we have singing like this, it's very bright, it's very warm, it's very breathy. It's not perfect. It's not meant to be perfect. And the pop sort of soundscape, different than opera, obviously. Opera is all about vibrato and perfection with every note, making sure that every note lands. Here, it's about you can hear the imperfections in the voice there. That's intentional, and it's a really nice touch. And also, this is a really nice simple ballad, boom, 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 boom. But it's really about their bond.
I hope you won't be tainted by fate.
Nice strings that emphasize beats there. Nice counter harmony.
Do mothers usually argue with their daughters?
Now you get the full orchestra with the oboes. Hope, possibility.
Colored light dances in the sky at night. When we're grown up.
You hear that. Actually, this music assists in the idea of growing up, of having dreams, of having hopes. It's about moving forward, looking at what's to come. It's about the idea of knowing that your life has possibility and has a future, and the hopes and dreams for what's to come.
Shall we go see it together?
Nice repeated undulating emotions. Obviously, this friend of hers is going to die tragically. Oh, I called it. Now they're older, we've moved forward in time.
You will be a great king.
Was there a war? Oh! They fought against each other.
I'm sorry.
Dissonance.
Thank you.
I wonder why. These chords could represent the rain and also the loss of innocence. A little bit of dissonance in that. Yeah. Dissonance in that chord structure. Face to face with the mother. Sense of
I should have
openness.
pruned this flower long ago. Not waited till it wilts. How
The
grotesque.
organ in the chorus represents that sort of ungodliness here, the sense of malevolence and evil and tarnished hopes and dreams, and all the things that we saw a minute ago now are the opposite. And now Arlecchino's been completely broken, and there's a rage in that soundscape, especially with the organ in there.
Wouldn't you agree?
Nice swirling of the fire in there. What's really nice in here is that we get the sound of opposing forces. We've got Arlecchino and then the mother here. And so what ends up happening is you get this real clash there with the soundscape. So it's quintessential battle music is what it is. But it has a really strong antagonistic presence against each other. So it really does feel like there's a clash where the two titans are fighting against each other. So it's almost it's explosive in that way. The chorus is a nice touch. I mean, I think the chorus is just a standard thing that occurs in these pieces where you can add a chorus for added effect. And the organ is really nice because Arlecchino, Peruzzi, or whatever, views the mother as the ultimate evil. And so it's that thing where we've heard this a million times where the organ is used in video games and in animation to symbolize negativity and to symbolize Antichrist, if you will.
Innocence and kindness are such beautiful
Nice lower
qualities.
brass there, we're pressing into.
Sadly,
Oh, nice sustained
also
notes.
useless.
Tension. Don't know what's going to happen there. Re-emphasis of that vocal track. Wow.
A bird tied down will never fly the nest. You are no exception.
I love that thump pun chun 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 as we wait to see where and who emerges from that dust cloud of the effect coming together. I also really like the vocals come back because the vocals re-emphasize Arlecchino's true motivations, which in this particular case seem to be, protecting that child that was close with that girl that she had to kill, who essentially betrayed her, I would assume. So what's interesting here is that we get a recap, and that hope and dream that she felt with her friend is actually still that driving factor for Arlecchino internally, even though she's fighting this moment. And the organ again, symbolizing evil and being trounced and defeated by that evil.
Don't fall asleep. The way is long and the gloom is deep. Embers glowed in the earth still.
This is a recap. She's gonna get up and she's gonna kill her.
Let your mother guide you, and you shall become
This
the
is her
one true king.
re-ascension. The singing represents motivation. The chorus is the child in her. Wow. It's like a hymn.
My answer.
Wow.
Is no.
that beautiful sustain. Wow. Chills. She's in prison.
She killed the Harbinger?
Oh. One of the original Harbingers. She's in Snezhnaya. The Aurora has this beautiful piano melody over top of it. It symbolizes hope and a possibility.
Her Majesty the Tsaritsa has decreed as follows.
The organ again.
Hereby pardon
Capitano,
your crimes,
Adlecchino,
bestow upon you
er,
a
Signora,
new name. This
Scaramouche,
title and its legacy of bloodshed are now yours to bear, my poor, mad, cursed knave.
Boom, bum, boom, boom. So that's really fun. Boom, bum, boom, bum, boom, bum, boom, bum. So the Tsaritsa and Snezhnaya has this quality of it that's very religious, and there's a lot of religiosity in here because they're obviously in this like what seems like a church. This is really nice.
And bestow upon you a new name. This
Big
title
choral
and its legacy
movement
of
here.
bloodshed
And then
are
listen.
now yours to bear.
My poor mad cursed knave. Bum 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 bum. That's very cool. Sustained. What's gonna happen? She goes back to Fontaine.
Come with me. I will raise you as my child, like a strict and unfeeling father.
Tension. That's so good. That's so good. That's so good, and I love just so many different moments in this that are so awesome. There's just such good stuff here. I really love the hopes and dreams that we hear here.
Colored light dances when we're grown up.
It's the classic shift.
Shall we go see it together?
Love this in here, right? She has a friend finally. And then we get this tension. And then this moment where she re-galvanizes herself. Right here with the chorus. Recapping that original vocal here. Big block chords in the organ, symbolizing also what's going to happen in the future when she becomes one of the Harbingers.
Surrender. Let your mother guide you, and you shall become the one true king!
I'd also like to point out the power that she exudes throughout all of this, and that essentially she instead of becoming the mother, she becomes the father. She replaces this Harbinger with herself, and that's why she ends up in prison, right? Because she kills a Harbinger. But then they reinstate her. The Tsaritsa reinstates her as a new Harbinger, or as, you know, whatever the connection is between these two. She becomes the same, so she becomes the thing that she lost, and ideally approaches the House of the Hearth in a new and better way, though that is questionable. But so it's interesting how she just shows so much power, and I love how the music emphasizes that power here when she really finds herself right here with this and in the children, the child chorus represents the House of the Hearth, obviously. This is amazing.
My answer.
You see this? I mean, the amazing sense of poise and push into the world when the solo singer comes in, surrounded by that chorus. Now we put all the parts, combine them into one, and we get this real intense moment here.
My answer. Is no.
What's funny to me is that this music is the music of a protagonist rather than being the music of an antagonist. And what I'm starting to discover is that the real core essence of the main characters of Genshin Impact to me are actually the Harbingers. If you look at the marketing push that's been happening for the Harbingers, we had the same thing sort of with Scaramouche. Now we're getting the same thing with Arlecchino. And this is really the crux here, is really that Arlecchino is really put here as the protagonist of this story, of her story, and this battle against this Harbinger. And the mother is really her story of coming into her own. And so it's funny to see the Harbingers not as an antagonistic evil association and group of people, but actually as the heroes of their own story. And that's a really interesting three-dimensional approach to this that I'm really liking. But then, this moment is really like her come to Jesus, her stepping into the bear, my poor mad cursed knave.
My poor mad cursed knave.
Bum 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 bum. What a great moment. And then it ends in this sort of like, huh? And then we see her return to this broken, damaged place like she is.
Like a strict and unfeeling.
Nice long chord there. The hype for Arlecchino is real. I'm really excited. I'm really excited for 4.6, for Arlecchino, for Dvorak to come back, of course, but really for Arlecchino. So see you later.